Hey y'all, Miss Melissa here. Today I'm gonna give you a tour of our garden as requested by you guys on Instagram. I've been posting a few pictures of our harvest recently just because it grows day by day and you have to pick stuff day by day so that it doesn't rot. But I've really been meaning to do this garden tour. It's for my personal growth, being farmer Melissa. I'm just kidding. Basically, I want to document at least once a month what our garden looks like so we can see the growth and just how big everything's getting and how much food we're producing and how much money we're saving at the grocery store by doing this. Now, obviously, you need some space and land to grow as much as we're growing, and we're really grateful for the yard that we have and the space that we have in order to do so, but we're also really excited for the coming seasons and what we can grow in winter and what we can grow next summer, what's gonna work and what's not gonna work this year. Stick around, stay tuned, and I'm gonna walk you through our garden. Hope you enjoy this video. In our herb garden, we have parsley, cilantro. This used to be really tall and great. It grew over, so we had to take it down, reroot it, mix the soil up a little bit, and add some more seeds so that it can regrow. This is our oregano, and we have some rosemary that is flourishing. All of these herbs started as the little bulbs that you get at Home Depot, and they've grown or perhaps overgrown. We have them in these baskets that hang over the porch. It's really convenient to just come out here and water it with the water can. That's the herb garden. These are two of our strawberry plants. We used to have them in the back garden, but we had critters, aka a little rabbit, that would come and would eat our strawberries, and we would see a big juicy one, and then we'd go out there and it wouldn't be there anymore. So we had to pot them and move them to the front. Ever since we did that, we've noticed great growth in our strawberries. We even have some for us to eat here. This one's about ready to be picked. It's got a few days left. And as you can see, they start out as little buds from the flowers, and they're just continuing to grow. We're not sure that these strawberries are gonna get any bigger because of the small pot that they're in. Hopefully, we get a few. There's one right there. So we started our garden at the beginning of quarantine in mid-March, and right now it's June 14th, so it's been almost 3 months that we've had our garden. We started the entire garden as seeds, except the tomato plants. This first plot is 10 feet long and 5 feet wide, and the entire thing is green beans. Green beans are the easiest to grow per Lucas, so that was the first thing to go down in the soil. We are in Georgia, so it's growing at the Georgia clay pretty well. There was a bit of a separation between each plot, and the watermelon has just come over into the green bean. This whole area is watermelon vines, so it looks like we're about to have a lot of watermelon. Behind the watermelon is tomatoes, so we'll get up and close and personal because we do have a few tomatoes growing, but we don't have any watermelon or green beans just yet. We just have a lot of vine. So these are adult zucchinis and these are baby zucchinis. We planted these, what would you say, like a month ago? There's only really 2 plants right here, and we have planted 4. So we had to move the other 2 here, just because they were taking up so much space. These are about a month and a half behind. The zucchinis come out from where these flowers are, so if you can see, a zucchini is growing right there. Behind the zucchini we have broccoli. We have what, 4 plants of broccoli?
There's probably at least a dozen in there.
Oh, a dozen plants. When do you think it's gonna be ready?
Probably not till after summer or something.
Oh, we still got a while to go. Here's our sweet peas. They grow up on the trellis. And this bad boy is ready to be picked. And look how big those peas are. These are the biggest peas I've ever seen in my life. And they're 100% organic. Grown in my backyard. The way you know how to pick a pea is if it is bulging out of its pod. Look at this one. You can kind of see the creases from the bean, which means it's ready to pop. So we're gonna go ahead and pick that one. These ones that are little skinny minis and flat, they still have a few days to go. But they should probably be ready by the end of the week, perhaps. But we've got so many here that need picked. Off the vine. Put them right in my pocket. We've got so many. Peas grow pretty fast, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were probably out here picking every like 2 or 3 days. So behind the peas, we have our tomatoes. These were just 2 tomato plants and they have just sprouted. We've got one growing here, little green tomatoes. Oh, we've actually got 2 here. And there's one there, that's a big one. And then we've got 2 right here. 4 right there. So these are probably gonna be, what, tomatoes on the vine? Like what you would get at the store? There's the big one. So in these last 2 plots, which by the way, you can see the dirt here, that's how these 3 were. So your plants will grow, so make sure you leave enough space between them to walk, because we didn't do that over there. These first 2 plants are eggplants. We haven't really seen much growth just yet, even though they did start as the little bulbs from Home Depot. As you can see here, we've got some eggshells and coffee grinds. We use those as compost to help the plants grow. So every scrap that comes from our kitchen, we just put it in a upcycled container and then we bring it out here every day. The bugs and stuff eat that and put it back into the soil so that our plants can grow. Here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hills of butternut squash. I'm excited for those to come in hopefully by September and we can make some puree. And last but not least, we've got these 2 bell pepper plants. They've been coming up slowly. These have been on a journey. They were in between the tomatoes and the peas, but as you can see right there, there's not a lot of sunlight and the peas and tomatoes just grew a ton. So it overpowered our little green peppers, but we've already been able to pull one and we've got this little guy and that guy right there. And on this plant we have already this green pepper. They're actually going to be red peppers when we pick them, but first they start as green. Last but not least, I can't forget my favorite part of the garden, which is the corn. As you can see here, we've got a few husks growing. So the way you know that corn is ready is when it starts to get really dry on these hairs. And fun fact, Lucas told me that each one of these hairs is a kernel. That's why there's so many freaking hairs on these things. Once they start getting dry, like these, that means it's ready, but as you can see, that is really small. So until it gets, well, it is pretty firm, but I don't know, have to let Farmer Lucas let me know when it's ready to be picked. These stalks are pretty tall. This stalk is basically as big as I am. Once the stalk grows and the corn it produces, it's not going to regrow corn after you pick it. It's a one and done until next season. We've got about 7 rows of corn, and again, it's about a 10-foot long plot. So I think we have enough corn to last us for a little bit and to share with our friends. So you never know, maybe you'll get a corn in the mail. Well, that's all for today's video. I've got to go in and shuck some peas and get them ready for dinner. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and comment down below what you think we should add to our garden, because I don't think we're growing enough stuff. I'll see you guys next time.